Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Youth Program. Today, we're going to talk about something so important and special which dates back to thousands of years in our Indian history: yoga. Yoga is something which is so important, and somehow some people are forgetting about it. Yet, on the other hand, some people are focusing so much more into it. And just like that, we have someone really special with us today who's going to teach us and tell us the importance and what yoga can do and have a change in your life. Hello, Kiralin Raji, and she's here with us today with our youth program. Hi, Kira, and welcome to our show. Thank you so much, first of all, for making time for us. So, there's so many things that I would like to ask you, and I'm sure our viewers would like to know so much more about yoga and its health benefits. But let's, if we go a little more deeper, which we will later on, but tell me about your experience with yoga.
So basically, when how I started my yoga journey was in the year 2019. So I don't know much about yoga, but then I wanted to practice yoga. So for me, yoga was only about exercising, but when I go to the depth of it, yoga means so much. It's very vast. It's a vast subject. Basically, it's about how you live your life, what you eat, and how you talk to people, and what do you do with yourself, and it's about everything. So basically, I would like to convey to everyone that yoga is something that it's a personal journey altogether. Because for me, I started yoga because I was not keeping well. I had Crohn's, which is a chronic disease. So basically, after practicing yoga, it really helped me with my health benefits. So that's the reason why I practice yoga, and I loved it till date. And I love practicing yoga, and I encourage everyone.
So was it like right in 2019, like, one day you just snapped and you woke up and you were like, okay, I need yoga, or there is something that did prompt to you, or like, you read it somewhere or something about yoga? Like, how did it you just decided to choose yoga?
No.
Because we have so many options where people like through social media, if we go and we always come up with these videos like lose weight in 30 days, or like have abs in like 7 days, and all of
Right.
that. So what made you choose yoga, which is, I believe, it's a slow progress, it's a powerful progress, but there is other options in the market too.
Of course. So basically, how I came to know about yoga is I saw a lot of people. So back in the days when I was based in Dubai, so I see a lot of people practicing yoga, but I didn't have the time. So when I came back to India for good and I left my job, so that's the reason why it pushed me to practice yoga, because at the same time I wasn't doing anything. So, and I was focusing on my health. So this is the reason why it actually pushed me more to practice yoga. In the beginning, I was like, okay, yoga, it's just about exercising, I can just go to the gym. But it's so different. Once you just get on that mat and do your meditation and do you have your sankalpa. So it's your, then once you have like you start practicing every day, then you start knowing that your body changes. And even I used to have a lot of anxiety trouble. I used to tend to think a lot.
Yeah.
But with practicing meditation, it really helped me to control my mind, to control my stress level as well, I would say that. And about the eating habits, because I think you would come across the word sattvic. So sattvic, basically, like, you don't eat anything that is left over.
Okay.
So it's everything fresh. So that is very important to, like, for your health. So I would say that, yeah. And now coming to the social media, I've seen a lot of yogis, I would say. And sometimes it's very challenging when people ask me, like, can you do this, can you do that? Then I would explain to them that no, because our body, it's different from one person to another.
Very much.
Because my body would be different from compared to yours, right? So this is what I tell them, that yoga is a very slow process. You need to practice to get there, but you cannot just get there in 1 or 2 days or maybe a month. It
month.
might take years, 10 years, 20 years. So, and then this is how I got to yoga. And so here in Shillong, I've realized that there are very less yogi practitioners and very less ashram for that case, which teaches you about yoga. So the only ashram that I went to was Aurobindo.
Yes.
So I went there in 2019. So I started practicing. I go there every morning from Monday to Friday. Then I understood that, okay, so basically when the teacher tells me to do this, I just follow. I don't know what he's saying.
You just did it for the
I
sake
just
of doing
yeah.
it.
So I don't know what he's saying. I don't even know the names of the asanas, like the exercises, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine, I can do that.
I think that's the case with a lot of people also, because as said, we these days are so influenced by social media. So we just see a video that, okay, if you do this pose, it's gonna help you with your mind, and maybe it's gonna help you have a better figure or something. That so we just do it without knowing.
Right.
So I think knowing is also very important. Which brings me to tell us about your journey into learning and getting your degree.
So before COVID happened, so I went for my training, which I didn't know that COVID was supposed gonna happen. So I went there into 2020, 2020 January. So it's a 2 months course. So we had to stay there for 2 months.
Where exactly?
This is in Jagani, Karnataka. It's called the Vyasa University. Then so in the beginning when I went there, I'll just tell you about my story, the journey of entering this yoga university. So first of all, it's pure vegetarian.
Oh, going from Shillong to that.
Yeah, and then it was quite challenging for me, but once you get there, you kind of get used to it. Then the second thing is you have to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my.
And I'm like, okay, 4:30 a.m. And then that's how the whole process starts, like from the morning, because you have to do your meditation before the sun rise.
Okay.
And I didn't know. I know, and I didn't know this. So we have to do the sun salutations, and I'm like, what is that? No idea. Then that's how the process starts, like, my yoga journey with that, the eating habits, the time. Actually, the time management is very important. It goes straight to the dot and ends to the dot, because you have to sleep, rest your body. Yeah. So for 2 months straight. But it really did help me. I really enjoyed the life there, because it's so different. It's very peaceful, because even even the diet also, because everything they've prepared there, so we don't have to cook by ourselves.
That's the best
Yeah.
part. But
so this institute, it's a huge institute. They have it's an Ayurveda place where people come there and get themselves healed.
okay,
So
it's like a healing center too.
Right.
Okay.
then so after being there, it has really changed my perception about yoga, my everything. Like, now I know what yoga is all about, that I can explain to my family.
Just follow blindly.
Yeah,
Just do
because
what
earlier
you're
I
doing.
always check YouTube and all of that. Okay, I can do this pose, let me just try. And then I enjoyed myself, because I didn't know what to do and how to keep my hands or my legs, how to have this perfect posture. But I wouldn't say perfect, like the correct posture.
Correct posture, yeah.
So yeah, the journey starts like that. And then when I came back to Shillong, it was quite difficult for me again, because I have to get back to my
adapt to this.
yeah. Because the thing is that when you live with your family, your parents, because you have to eat the same food what they eat,
Yes.
and then that diet again starts falling back into places. Then I'm like, okay, fine. But at the end of the day, I start thinking to myself, okay, let's think about yoga. What does it mean? All the yamas, the niyamas of it, like the outer world, the inner world. What is it all about? Like, what do you practice? Then I said, okay, fine. Let me just adapt to this, to the lifestyle that I'm living now, and at the same time practice yoga. So I'm kind of getting adapt again to the non-vegetarian.
Yeah.
But it was quite difficult for
But
me.
from there, I think you even had to stay while in Mumbai. You had to do your course somewhere in Nashik.
So in Nashik.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even in Nashik, what happened is that, so it was after a year and a half of gap.
This is after
Yeah,
COVID.
after
All
COVID.
right.
It wasn't after COVID. It's like the on and off COVID.
Okay, yeah, that was happening.
Yeah. So and then the thing is that when we practice, so it's quite difficult for me again to get back to that because you have cravings. So
I'm sure everybody can relate to that because cravings is such a thing, especially when it's just like this 5-6 p.m. Like
yes.
you give me a huge jar of chips, I'll eat it.
So
Later
we
regret
can't
it,
even
but
eat
yeah,
chips though.
that's
Any fried
vegetarian.
food,
That's
nothing
vegetarian.
is allowed. And I'm like, oh my god, okay, fine. But anyway, with that, the training, it really actually helps you. What can you control? Whether you can control yourself about eating, about anything, whatever you do. So basically, it really helps you to control yourself. So I would say that, and then after that, after the Nashik, so I did my online courses recently for the kids yoga.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Then what happened was, so we have to fill in these forms every week. So basically, it's like a how to keep track of yourself, and then again coming back to the food habits. But you're staying at home now, so you have to cook.
Yeah, you have to cook your own food if you want something
So it's
different.
quite difficult, like to eat, because honestly, like if you have the right food, so basically you can do your posture correctly. This is what I believe, because the more you eat a lot of junk, because we eat a lot of junk, sometimes I get too addicted with momos and soups and
Yeah,
all
I
of that.
think that's the struggle where a lot of people, like me of course, and a lot of people also are facing. And I feel like there is this struggle again, just as you said, when you felt when you were there, you were given the right
True.
food, you were given that you were just staying there. You
Yeah.
didn't have to do your like wash
No.
and all that. You have to wake up, do your stuff, go eat, the food is provided. But coming back from that to coming back
Home.
to coming back home, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they do say if you're living in a staying in a cold place, like you're eating meat
You eat-
and
yeah.
everything, like you tend to eat more.
More.
And, with that, a lot of other things also do come. So
True.
with all of that, how do you adapt to it, and how would you suggest somebody, because being Shillong, Shillong is a lovely place, but when it gets cold, it hits your bones.
It does.
So a lot of people tend to eat a lot of
Yeah.
meals that heats up your body. But
True.
is that like right in yoga?
I wouldn't say that it's right, because so basically for yoga it's all about clean food. So if your food is clean, you can feel clean about yourself. You can just feel clean about everything. So but the thing is, it's quite it's very challenging though. It's very challenging, I'm telling you. So the thing, you kind of like tend to want more of that, even though you try to control yourself, like, nah, I'm not going to eat so much because I won't be able, or I won't be able to do this,
But
you
a
know.
spoon will not
Yes.
harm.
So that's actually a bad habit. So that's actually, it tests you how much you can control yourself. So but then sometimes when you are with your friends, when you are with your family at a gathering, let's say, where there's
can't avoid that.
exactly, you want to have that. So sometimes when you see a cheat day, so it's almost like that, a cheat day. But I don't have much restrictions when it comes to food though. Somehow I think I can control myself. Like if I want to eat that, I'll eat that. If I don't want to eat, it's fine. Like
It's
I can
fine,
just go vegetarian or eggitarian. Like I wouldn't say that I myself is a vegetarian. I love meat though, but I try to control and lessen
You're just
the
trying
meat.
to have a balanced
Yeah.
diet.
Yeah.
But that is about you.
Right.
And now that you are a teacher and you're giving out what you have learned, and
Right.
you're giving it out to somebody else, you're helping others with your clients and all that. Is it difficult to tackle with that? Because
Yes.
you have made your mind,
Right.
you have started controlling your mind.
Sometimes-
But what about your clients?
No, it's true. But the thing is that sometimes I'm trying to explain this to them, but I get it. They will not understand as much as I do, because they're just learning it from me. And I would just want to push them sometimes. You need to go for this lesson, like for the classes. It's really good. And so I get a lot of feedback that you would ask me, what should I do? Then I explain to them, okay, fine. First of all, meditation. meditation is very, very, very important. I would say this.
Note that, everybody, meditation is very
Yeah.
important.
So at least if you can't meditate, just try for 1 minute. 1 minute meditation is it's like 1 hour of meditation, honestly, for the first timers.
Really, that sounds really powerful
Yeah.
and impactful.
Yeah, so 1 minute. What I would always tell my students that suppose if you can't keep your mind quiet and silent, what you do is go for a guided meditation. It will guide you what to do with your brain, with your mind. So, and then slowly, let's start with 2 minutes the next day, or the third day, or the fourth day. And then you go on to 5 minutes, and then you go on to 10 minutes.
The slow progress.
Yes.
Every
So,
day.
by the time you reach like 30 minutes, that's the time of meditation where you will not hear a single thing. Then you reach up to that level where even if a fly flies by across your face, you will not
Have you
understand.
experienced that?
Yes.
Oh, that must
I've
be
been
really
doing meditation for 2 years. I love it. And I just love it. I just love that silence in my mind, in my brain. That, sometimes when you do meditation, you tend to think a lot. This is what happens to me the
yeah,
first time.
and honestly, with my personal experience too, I would say that.
Yeah, you would think a lot. You'd be like, oh, what am I supposed to do today? Oh,
I
why
just
am I
go like,
thinking?
okay, I have to do
Yeah.
this. Like even if I closed my eyes and I've played some nice sound, something like that, like birds chirping,
Yeah.
and but I'm in my mind, I'm still like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need
Right.
to do that. So that's there always.
True. So basically, like most people would love to do their meditation in the morning, which I would suggest. But there are a lot of people who are not early.
Early birds.
Yeah. So you can do it in the evening or at least before you sleep, and that's at least it'll help you to sleep better. So, but meditation is really good.
Right here we get to learn is how the few points which I have gathered, which is actually so inspirational too, that even though you were provided, you were spoon fed somewhere, you had to come here and do it on your own.
True.
And that vast change, that huge leap that you took, like you've been taking a lot of leaps is what you've been doing, and being COVID or without COVID too, like the change and you've been taking. But I think the best part about is that you did not give up.
No.
That
No.
is, and that is the biggest lesson, that even if today it is still storming and it's raining, but there will be sunshine, and do not stop, do not give up. I think that's the biggest lesson that we're learning from here too. And the most important thing too is to give yourself time, reflect and think, look at yourself. And I think what we were before this shoot right here, we were having a conversation, and the best thing that I learned instantly from her is to be kind to yourself. And I think that is something so
True.
important and so nice.
So this next asana or the next pose is called the Ardha Matsyendra. So basically this pose is, it helps diabetic patient. It helps to reduce the sugar blood level, and at the same time even other people also can try this pose. So how it goes is you stretch your legs, you fold your left leg inside the right leg. Make sure that the right leg is over the left leg. Now raise your hands up, your left hand, place it on your ankle and look back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Back, straighten. And we try with the other leg. Fold, hold right hand and look back, hold for 10 seconds. Release and relax. Now this other pose that I'm going to show it to you is basically for people who are suffering from spondylitis. This is called the cat and cow pose. So this helps to elongate your spine, and at the same time it helps to relax your spine. So how it goes is you inhale and point your back down, and exhale, lift your back up and look down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We do it 5 times. Inhale, exhale. One last round. Inhale and exhale. And come now to Vajrasan. So Vajrasan basically, when we eat a lot of food, sometimes we tend to feel bloated. But when we sit in Vajrasan, so how we are on Vajrasan, I'll show it to you. Be on your knees first. Make sure that your toes and your toes are touching each other. And then you can sit down, making sure that your buttocks is on your heels. And just sit like this at least for 10 minutes and just relax. This is how you will feel very relaxed after eating a lot of food. And it will help with your digestion. Trust me, try this because it really helps. Just sit and be still. Make sure that your back is straight, your shoulder is straight, and your chin is straight. Alright, now coming to the women's wellness. A lot of us can have like a lot of menstrual cramps. So when you are on your child pose, I'll show you how to child pose from Vajrasan. You can go to the child pose. You can just bend down and relax and stretch your hands all the way and relax. Just relax your body, relax your mind, and let go of the pain from your abdomen. And relax. So you can practice this for at least 5 minutes. And slowly come back up. Meditation. So I'll show you how to do your meditation. Basically, you just sit in your any comfortable position. Make sure that you're comfortable in however you're sitting, so that it will not disrupt your meditation session. Okay, so meditation, basically you can do a guided meditation, or you can just meditate with a background music. So how we're gonna do is we're gonna keep in mudras or the yoni mudras, however you feel like. I feel comfortable with this mudra. So we're just gonna close our eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Just relax. Relax your body and relax your mind.
Yoga, a practice that dates back to the ancient India. Yoga involves physical poses, concentration, and deep breathing. Yoga has proven to help people in a number of ways. Regular practice of yoga can improve not just physically, it can improve your mental health as well. A lot of people have benefited themselves and improved their life with the practice of yoga. And today, in World Yoga Day, we encourage each and every one of you to practice yoga in your daily routine.
Now you can slowly open your eyes and take a deep breath and out. So this is how you start your meditation.
I'm not really prepared and for yoga right now, dressed for it, but yes, Kira is going to show us some basic poses that you also can practice at home. So shall we start?
Yes. So the first pose that we're going to do is called the tree pose. So basically this helps you balance your body. and at the same time it strengthens your feet and your legs.
I need
okay?
that.
So you just have to lift your right leg, place it, keep your
I'm still
heels.
so wobbly.
No worries. So keep your heels on your thighs.
Okay.
And
Oh my god, I'm
slowly lift.
moving so much.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. We'll go to the next pose. That is the downward facing dog. So this helps you with digestion. It helps your spine. So we have to elongate our spine. So we'll go back to the mat. Bend down. And look all the way towards your knees. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from here we will go to the pigeon pose. Fold your leg all the way.
Okay, hope
Yeah.
I'm doing it right.
Yeah, you're doing it right. Okay, we'll just lift our hands up and stretch. Relax. Remember to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. We'll come to the child pose. Lift your leg backwards and place them, your buttocks on your heels and bend down. Just relax. Come back up.
Oops, I did the wrong way.
Don't worry. So
Learning.
after this, we're going to do a little bit of pranayams. So basically, pranayam is a breathing exercise. So what we're going to do is, the first thing that we're going to do is called the Kapalbhati.
Okay,
So
you
this-
need to show me that.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Let me just explain first. So basically, Kapalbhati is good for digestion. It helps to strengthen your core, and at the same time, it helps to for all the digestive system.
Okay,
Okay.
very important.
So what we're gonna do is, you inhale, expand your chest, and exhale forcefully and tuck your tummy in.
I need to breathe out from my mouth or my nose?
No, just breathe in and breathe out from your nose. Breathe
Okay.
in from your nose and breathe out
Okay.
from your nose. Ready? And relax. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to do the Nadi Shuddhi. So basically, it's the inhaling of the right nostril and exhaling through your left. So you place your thumb on your right nostril, 2 fingers on your forehead. So we inhale from the left. Take a deep breath. Hold the breath and close with your tiny finger, your little finger on your left nostril, and breathe out from your right. Now breathe in from your right. Close your right nostril and breathe out from your left. So we do this a couple 9 times. So this helps with your blood circulation, and at the same time it helps you to get away from all the stress.
It's very relaxing, and I think people can start with some these basic movements too, and you just need to start somewhere, and I think it's a great start from wherever you start.
True.
So thank you so much
Thank you.
once again for being with us and showing us, sharing your experience and letting the world know about yoga and its great benefits, not just on your physically but mentally, because as they say, everything is in your head. Once your mind is clear, your body and your mind, they move along together, and it is really important for you to take care of your mind, take care of yourself, and yes, we'll see you again in the next episode of the youth program. Thank you.
Thank you.